Hello everyone, my name is Kristi and we are here today to talk about books. There are actually two really amazing readathons going on in the month of June and I'm so excited for both of them. One of them is called A Picnic in June and it's hosted by my good friend Lucy from the Lucy Chronicles and a bunch of other wonderful, lovely ladies. And the second one is called Red, White, and June, and that is hosted by Old American Spirit. And she's got a bunch of other wonderful co-hosts with her as well. So I'm just really excited for both these readathons because it's just like combining like so many great things. So without further ado, let's get to the books. So as always, these books are really just a pile of possibilities, books that are on my radar that interest me in this moment. However, when it actually comes time to read them, I may be feeling something totally different or something else might catch my eye. So I just like to leave it wide open and we'll see what happens. So the first book I'm going to talk about is called The Summer of You and Me by Denise Hunter. And this book was a hit last summer and I never ended up getting to it. I heard it was really good. Like lots of people that are usually pretty tough in their ratings rated this 5 stars. So that puts it really high on my list. The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. I got this book the end of the summer last year, so I wasn't really in the mood to read it. So I was like, well, I'll save it for this year. So this year, I really need to get to this. Sense and Suitability by Pepper Basham. I've heard very good things about this book. And this was actually a Mother's Day gift to me because my husband took me to the store on Mother's Day, took me to Barnes & Noble, and he was like, you can pick out a book. So I was really happy, and this is the one I chose. I was so excited. So yeah, I love anything that is Regency, and this is supposed to be rom-com, so this should be really good. The Crime Brulee Bake Off. So this book was actually, or it's on loan to me from Krista from Books and Jams because we're doing like this little book trade thing with me and a couple of other ladies. And so I'm so excited to receive this book. I got it in the last week and I had just put it on my TBR, my mystery TBR. And then I received it and I was like, woohoo, I'm so excited. I didn't know this is the book that she was gonna give me. So I'm really excited to read it. I don't really know what it's about, just that it's a cozy murder mystery and it's got to do with baking, and I think it's Britain's Battle of the Bakers. So we love a good British mystery. Lakeshire Park by Megan Walker. So this is a Regency era book that was also on my TBR last year, and I don't know, I just like right now I'm like, I really feel like I'm in the mood to read this. I heard it's up there with Edenbrook. It's really good. So, okay, let's try it. Okay, so next on my list, all of these ones are Revolutionary War era books. So these are mostly gonna be for the Red, White, and June readathon. Indigo Heiress by Laura France. I don't know anything about this book, but I know Laura France writes a lot of great books about the Revolutionary War. So definitely want to check this one out. Seeds of Rebellion by Wendy M. Nugent. This is a children's time travel series. So this looks really fun. The Lady and the Loyalist. I don't have who it's by right now and I don't feel like looking it up, but The Lady and the Loyalist. This one I've heard good things about, so that's another one that's going to be on my TBR. The Love Letter by Rachel Hawk. So this one, I don't know if it's actually taking place in the Revolutionary War. I think it's just about like a letter that was from that time period. And then it also has to do with the modern era. But anyway, anything to do with letters like that you've got mail trope or like finding love through letters. I mean, that just really interests me. I love that. So this one looks really fun as well. Annie Henry Adventures in the American Revolution by Susan Olaski. So this one is another children's series. This is actually 4 books in one. And I don't know, I just heard there's like really good facts in this, and it looks really fun. Hercules of the Revolution by Travis Bowman. So this, if you've never heard of this guy, okay, this guy is named Peter Francisco, and he was a real dude that was in the American Revolution. And he was like 6'4" or 5", which is considered, oh no, 6'6". Okay, so that was an absolute giant for that time period, because the average man back then was like 5'6", okay? So we are a lot taller nowadays as a population. And so to have somebody that would be 6'6", I mean, that would be considered pretty tall nowadays. But back then, absolutely enormous. And when he was actually a little boy, he lived in the Azores, as an island that I believe is owned, I think it still might be owned by Portugal. I don't know. But he lived on these islands. And when he was like 5 years old, he ends up getting abducted right off the beach by pirates. And he sails to America, and he ends up becoming a slave, basically. He's an indentured servant. I don't know how long his indenture was for, but he ended up falling in love with a woman that was from a wealthy family, and he realized that if he did not join the revolution, he was never ever going to be able to marry anybody like that, because he's basically a slave. He doesn't have any income. And so he wanted to join up the fight to free themselves from Britain, so he could kind of like, you know, get rid of all the class status and be able to make wealth for himself. Like, that's, a lot of people didn't realize, like, it was like you were born into a certain type of family. There was nothing you could do to get out of that. Like, you had to inherit the wealth. But with America and the whole like idea that they had back then, and obviously we have today, like, you could have nothing, start a business, and become very, very wealthy, and, you know, get whatever you want and marry whoever you want, you know? So that's what he came to realize. That was why he wanted to fight for America. But his story is so incredible because, and I won't ruin it, but like, basically he ended up saving, like, George Washington actually says if we didn't have him, we probably wouldn't have won. Because there was a couple of very crucial moments that he was very, very brave and did amazing things. And he really, they call him the Hercules of the Revolution, basically. And so anyway, I want to read this book because, get this, so he ended up getting married. I don't know if he got married to the woman he was originally in love with. I think he might have ended up marrying someone else. But the guy that wrote this story, this book, is his like 6th generation descendant. So it's like his great grandfather. So I'm hoping he has the best, most accurate information about this guy. I know there's been other books written about him, but honestly, like, I want to read this story because, like, I feel like this should be a movie, honestly, like the things that I've heard about him. And so I want to read it for myself, and I'll be like, maybe we should make a screenplay of this, because I mean, it's just amazing. And I love Revolutionary War movies. I'm so excited to see the new movie Young Washington that's coming out July 3rd. I'm telling my husband, like, we're gonna be in that theater opening day. Like, we're watching that. I'm so excited. And my hope, my dream is that they would continue to make more Revolutionary War movies like that. I hope it's a great success. And I'm hoping that somebody tells this guy's story, you know, like this guy, pretty amazing. So I'm excited to read this. Okay, so now back to just regular books, non-historical books. I want to read a bunch of mysteries this summer. I don't know what it is about summer, but I always feel like I really want to read mysteries in the summertime. I don't know if it's because like when I was a kid, summertime, that's really the only time that I could read a whole lot. And so I just equate it with like Nancy Drew and the Mandy books back when I was a kid, and like that's normally what I would read. So I don't know. But anyway, I found this really cute series I want to try. It's called Town in a Blueberry Jam, and I think it's about this girl that likes to bake and has like maybe a shop or something like that. And I like that it kind of goes through like the holidays. Like, I don't know, I love reading holiday books. So this one I think just takes place either in the spring or summer, so I want to read it. Lately, I have just been really wanting to go to the mountains and I really want to be in that setting. So I found a mountain cozy mystery series that I'm looking at, and it's called Get Away with Murder, I think is the first one. So that one just looks really cute. Oh, I have to read this. This one is called Manic in Christmas River by Meg Muldoon. And I've been waiting all year to read this because I read the last one at Christmas time, and this one takes place around the 4th of July, as you can tell by the cover. And I love this series. I don't know what it is about this setting. It is so cozy. The writing is so good. It's like very unputdownable. The way she I don't know, she just like ends every scene on a cliffhanger. So I like want to keep reading. And she also has a series called Mutts and Murder. And it's about I don't know, there's a dog in it, obviously. So, and it's the first one in the series, and it takes place on 4th of July. So I want to read that one too, because I just love the way she writes her mysteries. So hopefully that one's good as well. Souls of Lost Lake by Jamie Jo Wright. This one was on my TBR last year. It takes place in summer at a summer camp, and I've heard it's really freaky, but with Jesus. And so I don't know. I like that vibe. The whole summer camp deal. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we'll see if I can handle the freakiness for it. The Library After Dark by Annie Pliego. And this is the same author that wrote You Are Fatally Invited, which I absolutely loved. That book is not for everybody though. It's definitely a little bit more of a thriller, and it was teetering right on the edge of graphic violence, but it wasn't bad for me. Like, I was okay with it. I think, yeah, it was right on the edge. So some people might be like, I don't know, but for me, it was okay. This one is about like either a haunted library or a semi-haunted library. And I think it's kind of the same thing where they have to escape out of it. I don't know. I looked at it very quickly a while ago. I can't really remember. I'm probably not doing it justice, but it looks really, really good. Beauty and the Beach by Gracie Ruth Mitchell. And I have slowly been working my way through this series for the past few years. I have loved pretty much every book in this series. I just love the setting. It is so summery. I think they all take place like pretty much like end of May, June through the end of the summer. And a lot of them do have like a scene where it's like 4th of July. So this is literally the perfect time of year to read it, and I believe this one from the title sounds like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So I'm excited to go back to that world, that setting. It sounds like a lot of fun. Liar in the Hollow Court by Bethany Atazadeh. This is a standalone enemies to lovers fae fantasy where her family is stolen into the fae realm, and she goes after them to find them, and there's a cursed prince. And it's supposed to be a cozy fantasy with high stakes and fast paced. So it sounds like my kind of book, and I do enjoy Bethany Atazadeh's writing, so I want to check this one out. Letters by Cinderlight by, I think this is actually Jackie Stevens. Like when I first look at it, it looks like Jacques, but it's probably Jackie Stevens. And this cover alone is what turned my head, if I'm being honest. And then I read the description, I was like, ooh, okay. So basically this girl, the Cinderella character, starts writing messages to kind of like as like a journal, I think, to deal with her hard life, like her stepmother and everything, you know, the usual hard things that the Cinderella characters go through. And then a charming stranger ends up answering her messages. So, like I said, anything to do with letters, you've got mail type trope, that is my jam. That is right up my alley. Let's go. Whispers of Starlight of the Starlit Sea by Robin Sardi. And this sounds like a very loose Little Mermaid retelling. So it's summer, it's like ocean time, beach time. Let's read a mermaid book. Yes, Your Serpentine Excellency by Kate Stradling. All I know about this book is that there's a dragon on the cover and Lindsay from Books for Christian Girls gave it 5 stars. So that alone makes me want to read it. Sweet Heartbreak by Alexandra Moody. This is about a girl whose long lost father returns, and it turns out he's ridiculously wealthy, and he sends her to an elite boarding school. And there's a boy there that's known as a serial heartbreaker, and they both have a lot of secrets. All you have to say is it's an Academy series, and I'm in. Last but not least, I have a bunch of books on my fantasy TBR, and I feel like the ones I'm looking at the most right now, oh, I made a video about this a couple weeks ago, so I'll link it down below if you're interested. And I feel like the ones right now that are catching my eye the most are Flame Theory by C.F.E. Black, I think is who it's by, and Ocean of Ink. So Ocean of Ink is also an Academy story, and Flame Theory is, I've heard it's like a cross between How to Train Your Dragon and something else. But those are the ones that are just like catching my eye the most. So that concludes my pile of possibilities for the month of June. I'm so excited. I can't wait to read. It's gonna be great. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe found something that caught your eye. If so, let me know in the comments. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.